Good evening, Samurai. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, welcome to the Vortex. My name is Ezio and I will be your guide this evening as we venture forth into worlds, into realms very much well-travelled at this point. Hail, Hoodlum! Hail, Earthheart! And to each and every one of you, be with chat, be with lurker, be with watching live here on twitch.tv or in the YouTube archives. It's youtube.com. I was going to say .co.uk. Wait, no, twitch.tv. Did I say .co.uk? Yeah, don't go to twitch.co.uk. I don't think that's an actual website. Twitch.tv. Don't know why I even included the URL, but whatever. Where was I going with this? Oh, yes. Welcome, all of you. And if you are watching the YouTube archive and you're enjoying what you're seeing on the channel at the moment, hopefully you'll consider hitting that like button, maybe even leaving a comment or even subscribing. It all certainly helps us out. No worries, all the best to your mum, by the way, Hoodlum, and don't worry about dipping in and out. It's fine, fine. Hail, mighty lurker. Ezio, stop thinking. It's bad for you. Well, everyone keeps telling me this, and unfortunately, it seems to be a terminal condition with me. But anyway, I'll tell you what is also a condition. A condition of perfectionism, a condition of trying to do absolutely everything in games. For yes, my friends, if you missed the previous leg of our journey, we ventured forth across the streets of Kamurocho as the man tank himself, Tiger Sejima. And we did a bunch more weapon leveling. And we mucked up the order a bit, but it's fine because we've now, I think we've finished the nunchucks. If not, we're very close to finishing the nunchucks, at which point we've just got Tompa? Maybe Tomp? No, did we do Tomp? I can't remember. We've got like 2 weapons left to do, one of them being Knuckles. We've done Cali Sticks, we finished the hammers. I think we did the Tompa, and I think we need to finish the nunchucks. Might just need to finish the nunchucks and then do the Knuckles, and we're done. Awesome. We'll see. We'll see when we load into the game, but before then, come. Join me as we once more step foot into the Vortex as we continue to travel and traverse the world, the realm that is Yakuza 5 Remastered. Our destination lays before us, the controls are set, and as always, the PlayStation is turned on and ready to go, so let us go. Shall we? Oh. I've heard this intro music too many times over the years. There we go. Right. But I still love it. Unrelated question, Ezio, but where does that intro music come from? Technically, it's related because it's to do with the stream, and it's Hyper Potions. It is Hyper Potions, I forget the actual name of the track. There we go. Well, let the games begin. Hyper Potions remix, allowed to be used last time I checked, so long as you give credit to them, and I think it's in the list of things down below. If it isn't, I should probably get around to adding it. I know it's I know it's definitely in the YouTube thing. It's not comment section. That box underneath the YouTube videos, I forget what it is. But yes, it's there, and it's definitely in chat. I might have in the panels down below, but I haven't checked that for a very long time. Ooh, Discord notification. Give me a second. Go. It's in the panels. Sorry, didn't think to check. No, it's fine. I need to overhaul the panels anyway. I've just not done it for a long time. Oh, we were still on the nunchucks. Is it where I've only, like, leveled half of them? It is where I've only leveled half of them, but once we get through the misery of the nunchucks, we do eventually move on to the knuckles, which will go a darn sight quicker. And so, wait, do I have enough health on these? Yes. Yes, I do. Awesome. Right. So you can be our first willing volunteer this evening. Now be a good man and stand there as I smack you across the face with these bits of wood, bits of metal attached to this chain. Okay, I'm just going to use your friends instead. Why? Because they're grouped together. Oh, well, he isn't. Oh, yes, those are the... Oh, yeah, there we go. What do you for? Hold on. Cheers, Airport. Why through the moment? Good question. Oops. Hello, Real Spawn, welcome. I can't remember if I said... No, I'm going to go with Princess Rosalina, because I missed out on saying her last time. Princess Rosalina, Super Mario Galaxy. Because my timelines are now filled with glorious, glorious art of Princess Rosalina, and I'm not complaining. Right, where to go then? Thanks to the movie, at least, you have more. Yes, that is what I mean. That is why my timelines are full of Princess Rosalina. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. Any goons? Let us try down here. No. Okay then. Bum, 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 bum. Aha! There we go. Hello. Also, don't try to download Where Winds Meet unless you have 100 gigabytes of free storage space. I don't know what that is. I assume it's a game, but I have no idea what it is. But 100 gig does seem rather excessive. I have Zappy Zaps, but now I'm going to have to very much work my way back to Kamiyama work. Also, I don't have 100 gig of storage space at the minute. Thanks to my Fallout mods file, which I've ended up having to put on the C drive. Yeah, no, at some point I'm toying with the idea of getting a Gen 5 M.2. Because the Gen 5 slot on my motherboard is empty. I left it empty because why would I waste a Gen 5 slot when I had a Gen 4 slot with PCIe straight into the CPU? However, That now begs the question, do I put the Gen 5 in the PC and have it as my primary boot drive? Or do I throw it into the PC and have it as my Steam library because the Gen 5 speeds will mean that all my games download really, really quickly? On one hand, I haven't reinstalled Windows in years, and it's probably got a lot of junk in the back end that I could very well get rid of. On the other hand, it's a copy of Windows I've had for years, and there's a lot of configurations in there that I really, really do not want to start unpicking. Even also the temptation of just moving over to a Linux distro as well, but now that I've learned of a new tool, thanks to Jay's 2 cents, I might give that a shot and start cutting out the telemetry stuff from Windows rather than just binning it off altogether. It's a free game where you play as a samurai or some other class. It seems really cool. Fair enough. It seems also very big or very poorly optimized. I'm willing to bet either or, considering games these days don't seem to have much optimization. Also, good luck if you wish to buy an Ubisoft game, because they don't seem to have much left in this world, considering they've now put a halt on the recent financial statements. And sure, stuff to do with their shares. And the last time I saw something like that, that was Harland and Wolff over in Ireland. Shipbuilders, not video game developers, but still. And then they went bust. So, methinks Ubisoft may be in a bit of trouble. Either about to go bust or about to be shuttered. Yeah, that's something I need to quickly check. So give me a minute. Yep, there we are. Sorry. Delete. Oh. Right. Leave that there. So. There. Cool and awesome. Right. Onwards. Oh dear. We're holding up the traffic now. And now they've disintegrated. Teleported back to the Enterprise cargo bay, I'm sure. Righty-o. I haven't equipped my weapons again. Oh dear. Right. Nope. Yes. Behold! That's my fist. Behold! Yeah, start with the Zaku Dab. Nope. Yes, no, call in your friends. Let them share in the love of electrocution. Same with Square Enix, as they're just focusing on Japanese release. Wait, what? I think it's more likely a legal takeover based on French law by Tencent. Ah, fair enough. On a side note, thoughts of the new Steam hardware? I think that Xbox has exited the market, so we don't need to worry. They're okay. PlayStation and, well, I think PlayStation should be concerned, and I think Nintendo will not care. Because Nintendo currently have a monopoly on their IP and just the popularity of it. But Steam has very much learned the lesson of if you give people what they want, and not be money grubbers, but give them what they want within reason. I should say, definitely within reason. People will want all sorts, but within reason. I mean, you can buy a Steam machine that will run all of your Steam library, and it's got an SD card slot in it, so you can just transfer your library via a micro SD card, so I can download it onto the Steam Deck, and then I can play it on the Steam machine. But also, because if it works with the Steam Deck, it means the control structure also works on the Steam machine, because the controller will be the same. And I assume it would be the same as on an Xbox, because most controller games on Steam use an Xbox controller. Well, at least most people use an Xbox controller. I could play with my PlayStation controller, I suppose, but I've never got around to setting it up. Yes, I'm quite partial to my OG Xbox One controller. I've never owned an Xbox One, but my controller is the OG one before they finangled it and made it feel so much cheaper and worse, in my opinion. Maybe it's improved in the last several years, probably has, but my Steam Decks have been amazing. The only reason I got my new one is because I wanted the OLED screen in it. But also it's repairable, and if they follow the same ethos with the Steam machine, then that would be brilliant. As terms for the VR headsets, we've got the old HTC Vive at work, which was the joint collaboration between Valve and HTC. Hence why the lab exists, because it is basically the tech demo for it. I never got a chance to use the Steam Index because Valve will only sell via Steam. And unless you have a corporate credit card, you can't actually buy these things. And because I work for an educational institution, it gets very complicated. So we never got the Valve Index. Now things have changed. We might be able to acquire ourselves the new Steam VR if we can get it through the financial stuff. So yeah, the thing is, VR is not as fancy as it used to be. That's one of the things I learned through open days and stuff, and even just talking to students, is that most people have some experience with VR now, either being Meta or PlayStation VR, so not as shiny as it previously was. On the other hand, you know what? If Valve can put themselves behind a decent VR headset, a decent price, with some decent games on it, I think they could do quite well. Interesting. I heard about the hardware, just not the specifics. I need to dig into the specs. I've not looked at them yet, but it all looks very interesting. I do kind of wonder if Steam are doing it specifically to make sure there is competition in the market now. Microsoft are, well, shooting in the foot sounds too mild for them. I think Valve have been doing this for a very long time. And I think it was as competition, but it was competition to basically take out the sort of, I say greed, it sort of put, you know how at the moment we've got Nvidia as the kings of the roost with graphics cards, and then you've got AMD which have followed suit. AMD used to be the budget option. Not to diss the cards. Some AMD cards have been good historically. They've got really good recently. But there was no budget option. And then in come Intel, and they then present the low to mid-tier graphics card options. And I think that's what Valve's going to try and do to the console market. I think they're going to bring in an affordable option, a repairable option, something for the common man, and I think that's going to upset the apple cart a bit. Because on one hand, you've got the likes of Nintendo, who are now proprietarizing the bleeding docks for the Switch with their own protocols, and then you've got Valve who swoop in and say, yeah, no, our stuff's repairable, here's the parts for it, just try not to change the battery because that can be dangerous. It's like, oh, okay then. I think, no, the other thing that makes me think Valve have been at this for a very long time is that we've had big picture mode for a long time. That's pretty much the precursor to Steam OS. Then we've had the Steam machines, which was their first foray into hardware. That failed quite spectacularly. And they've taken that and gone back to fix it. Then they had that roaring success of the Steam Deck. And that's just, well, there we go. You've managed to find your footing now, so... No, I think it's coincidental that it's when Microsoft have jumped out of the industry. But it is good that we've got an additional point of competition. Because at the moment, like I said, what do we have? Microsoft are basically now focusing on the Xbox Live bits and pieces. They're focusing more on the software side, service side. Sony have the PlayStation 5, but I mean, I'm playing this on a PS5, but it's a PS4 game. So, you know, I don't have many grand big games on PS5 that I'm playing. It's still got a part in the market, but at the same time, a lot of stuff on PlayStation is now on PC. And with optimization getting better for PC games, it does make you wonder. What's their ISP? No, not ISP, that's Internet Service Provider. USP, Unique Selling Point, there we go. Yes, I am pulling out random business jargon. Confirm that they are following the same ethos of the Steam machine for repair. Awesome. That's what I like to see. It's why I'm going to with Framework for my next laptop. Because I'm sick of just e-waste, basically. I'm sick of things that I get and I can't repair. It's just... It annoys me. I like to keep my tech going as long as possible. The only reason I've upgraded my phone recently is because the security update stopped, and because I do banking on my phone, like pretty much anyone who's got a smartphone these days, I kind of want to have the security updates in effect. That and the battery was starting to go, and the operating system isn't supported anymore, so it was starting to creak around the edges on a few applications I was trying to use. Yeah. As for the laptops, I've just basically decided to get rid of my MacBook finally because, well, I mean, it's a MacBook running Linux, so a Lim MacBook? No, Limac just sounds like a type of car brand, to be honest. But yeah, the main reason I'm getting rid of my MacBook at the moment is because the keyboard, which is the butterfly keyboard, and if anyone knows about laptops, they will know that is one of the worst designed keyboards ever made. Thank you, Apple. So yes, because the power button now decides to wait about 5 minutes before it actually wants to register I've pressed it to turn the bleeding laptop on, I've decided, fine, I will just get myself a new laptop. So I'm going with a Framework, because at the end of the day, I can upgrade it. I'm going with Framework 16 as well, so if I ever decide, oh well, I need a graphics card for this laptop now, I can get the GPU module that slots into the back of it. AMD, I believe. I think it's an AMD GPU. Oh no, I'd have to check it. Have you seen the Apple stop? No, I have not recently, but let's face it, Apple have sort of fallen into a trap of their own making. They were basically the brand leaders, and now they're kind of stuck at, well, sort of, they were looking at what other companies were doing and going, well, we'll do that to answer it, and then that's where they found some of their biggest ideas. And now they're leading the charge. They kind of just don't... They have a disattachment from what normal people do. It's all just sort of the Californian elite, and they think, ah, yes, everyone wants to wear a VR headset that will give them augmented reality so they can continue to do their tech work on the train. And most people looked at it and went, one, that looks awful. Two, how much? Three, I have a laptop. It's just, yeah, it's... they'd still make good things. Decent. Look, I like my iPad Pro. It's good for the very rare occasions I actually try to draw, and it's exceedingly good for all of my music stuff because all of my music sheets are on there and I can just do it bits and pieces. It's fine. I like my iPad. Am I going to start jumping from iPad Pro to iPad Pro every year? No. I will wear this iPad into the ground and then I will probably buy a new one at great expense. I refuse to get an iPhone because on a principle I refuse to pay £1,000 for a phone. I mean, I do have a £1,000 phone at the moment, but that's because it's the new OnePlus 15's coming out, and it was on discount. So, you know, a £1,000 phone for about 800 quid. I can't complain. I got myself a good deal there. By the way, if you're wondering, Ezio, why did you just say the OnePlus 15 if the previous version was the OnePlus 13? And that's because 4 in China is this? I think OnePlus is Chinese. But yeah, OnePlus in China or Hong Kong, is it Korea? Basically, wherever OnePlus comes from, the number 4 is considered bad luck. It is in Asia, actually. 4's bad luck in Japan as well. Well, yes, I'll say China. Everything seems to be China these days. No, Hong Kong. No, I'm sorry. This is going to annoy me now. I keep saying China, but that doesn't sound right. OnePlus. Oh. No, OnePlus is a Chinese brand. Okay, I was wrong. I thought it was Hong Kong or something. Or Korea? Oh, well, it's Chinese. Anyway, number 4 in China is bad luck. So, yeah, so you went from the OnePlus 3 to the OnePlus 5, and obviously you've gone from the OnePlus 13 to the OnePlus 15. Because I saw that, and I was thinking, wait, I've just bought the OnePlus 13, and now you're advertising the 15. Did I miss the 14? I could have sworn I didn't, and I didn't, because it doesn't exist. That's the way around it. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, right. OnePlus is China, Hong Kong is in China. No, I refuse. Hong Kong is still a part of Great Britain. In my mind. I remember when I was a kid, everything was made in Hong Kong. And then we had to give it back because the lease ran out. Or the agreement came up and there was a handover ceremony. And I got talking to a girl from Hong Kong. Why? It was about a year ago. Sometime. No, it might have been earlier this year. Anyway, I got talking to her, and it was basically a case that apparently a lot of people in Hong Kong still are not happy. They would have preferred to stay as part of Britain. So I think that's fair enough. Especially now when you see what the Chinese are doing over there. But But yes, it is a hotly contested debate, that one. But anyway, yeah, so, yeah, the OnePlus is Chinese. And it's also nowhere near Hong Kong. It's from Shenyang, or Peijiang, Shenyang province. I may have butchered those names there. But anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, yes, I basically try and run things into the ground. I mean, I don't upgrade my computer very often. And when I do, it's usually a case of I add new components and keep the processor and the motherboard going as long as possible. And even then, they end up in the loft. I either sell them on eBay or a rebirth just to get some money back on new components I've bought, or if I've got something potentially down the line for them, up into the loft. And I mean my main server, the server in my home lab, that was originally built out of my first gaming computer. The motherboard, CPU, case, and power supply. Actually, no, it all was. Fans, case, motherboard, CPU, power supply. No, the hard drives were brand new because I needed higher capacity, so I got a bunch of Iron Wolf drives, and the CPU cooler, because I didn't want to buy one at the time. I had an old Intel stock cooler, which I think came from a CPU upgrade actually for a previous thing. So yeah, that came as a part when I bought my next computer up, which was a pre-built from Overclockers. Yes, it was a pre-built for Overclockers, which is technically the same chassis that I've got now, same case. And yeah, I archived all that, and then I've recently upgraded it, and I've used the motherboard from is it what I originally replaced the original Gigabyte motherboard? Basically, it's still a bunch of old components that I had knocking around. It's running an i7. I think actually it's running the same motherboard and CPU I was running when I first started streaming. I think it's an i7 957K in an Asus Hero 7 motherboard. And yeah, and it's got a brand new Noctua cooler on it because the Intel cooler decided it just was never going to work again after I took it off the board the first time. So, I mean, I don't blame it. It's old. It has sat in a box for a decade, then been strapped to a motherboard, ran in a server 24/7 for a couple of years, and yeah, it was. I don't think it was ever designed to basically be unclipped from a motherboard. It's one of these stupid ones where you have to press it in and then twist it to lock it, and the plastic clips all disintegrated. So no, it's now got a proper Noctua one that I actually screw down, which works perfectly well for me. Disney in Hong Kong. Yes, that's another thing that was an issue because you've got Hong Kong Disneyland, and then it's all sort of been subverted by, was it China Disneyland Shanghai, I think. Sorry, give me another second. Okay, hold on, no, I'm gonna have to leave. that in the background is annoying me now. And I still haven't... I could... Right, okay. There. Perfect. Marvelous. No, I can still hear it. There. Perfect. Right. Will we get on to Kiryu tonight? Doubtful. Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Give me a moment. Right, okay, fine. Now we'll get back to the game. Yes, yes. Good lord. First the woman wittering about stuff in the restaurant, and now you. Stood there, panting, and being really angry. There we go. Oh. The thing is, once we've got through the nunchucks, the knuckles are going to take us no time, basically. Yep, well, that's all the nunchucks gone. Okay, swap back to that, swap to the bananas. Actually, while I'm at it, where are we with the weapons? Level 8, so we're gradually getting there. Okay. Why am I trying to go that way? Wait, didn't I just... Did I imagine that I was in that bar? Oh wow, there's a lot of goons. Oh. Oh. Taste my bananas. Are they not a delightful frozen treat? Now, I still prefer the frozen tuna for the sheer comedic value of it. There's always money in the banana stand. Yeah, apart from at the moment where bananas are in crisis. Right, first, booze. Next, Kamiyama works. Then, more booze. Again, we're on blue! I don't know! I do not know! I thought we'd already hit red, but the game told us no. So, whatever. As we continue to slowly work through this poor man's very vintage bottle of whiskey. Maybe they shouldn't have put it right at the top. Sorry. I mean, another banana crisis? I think it's still the same banana crisis, to be honest. The problem is that bananas, at least the popular ones that you see in all the supermarkets, they're all just a clone. Bananas are a clone of each other. And the problem with clones is if there is a deadly disease that affects one banana, it's a deadly disease that affects all the bananas. So, yeah. So unless a new variety of banana is created, then yeah, bananas are in crisis. Right, how close are we to level? Nowhere near. Okay, right, let's knuckle down and try and press on for a bit. No, we have bananas, we've had bananas wipe out before. Who's shouting at me now? Was he behind me? No, he must be in front of me. Oh, there he is. No, we've had bananas wipe out before. That is why banana flavoring is different to the bananas we have nowadays. They just never bothered to update it. Oh, right, okay then. I did not know this. I have now learned something. I still think there's a black magic to this whole leveling system. I haven't quite wrapped my head around it yet. I assume every hit, every successful hit constitutes an XP point. Or 10 XP or something, but... And heat actions don't actually have any greater effect, so yeah. Oh, hello. Some gang members, perfect. Actually, anyway, after we finish with Shinada, we need to go with Sagema. We need to go back to Shinada anyway, because we missed a heat action with him. Bonk, 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 bonk. We had the Gross-Michel variety of bananas before the Panama disease, which was specifically a fungus strain that nearly wiped them out. It's a fungus strain this time as well, I believe. Or was it a bacterial thing? No, I think it is a fungus strain. Actually, I think now that you mention it, I do remember something mentioned about a new variety of banana being created. Or was it a new variety of kiwi? Might have been a new variety of kiwi, actually. Oh no. It's been a while since I've seen that business inside a video. I don't want to have the bananas there. I wish to have a separate set of nunchucks. But I will swap the bananas in, just for the sake of brevity. Maybe not brevity. Don't know. Can't remember what that word means. Okie dokie. Right. Aha! Ah! It was calling my name. Who wishes for the fisticuffs? Hmm. I do not know. They have vanished. This is unfortunate. What we have now is the Cavendish banana. Ah, yes, that is indeed the banana. That was immune to that particular strain, so growers switched to those. Ah, there we go then. Hello. Are you angry with me? Is it because you're so short? Or is it because you're overweight? You also look a bit too old to be playing, you know, gangster, but... well, each to their own, I suppose. Better than being down the mines. Actually, no. Well, maybe. Probably, actually, yes. I don't think they appreciated my comments. In Central America, hence the name Panama disease. Well, I figured that was probably why it was called Panama disease. Either that, or it was just somebody who was... it was discovered by a Dr. Panama, but... what? Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. That's right there. Oh, we nearly there yet? No. Now you see the pain I'm having with these blasted nunchucks. It just takes so long. I think they might be the slowest leveling weapon in the game. There we go. Right, we've got another level. That's another goon down. Right. Oh, still on 23 million yen, which is nice. So I'll leave that a moment before I refill my wine glass. Oh, for items. Cool. Oh. Yeah. We can face down a few fights. Ooh. Actually, if we can face down a few fights, let's change up our restauranting. Visit the old haunt. Mm. Oh look! It is a goon who's doing a little dance in excitement. Boosh. I mean, oh, he's broken his nunchucks in half. That's unfortunate. Yes, you should be sorry. And yes, I will accept your tithe of gratitude for showing you the error of your ways. I would have this. Yeah, and I would have this. And I'll just have those two, please. One quick check for this. I can't actually move the camera, can I? Hey, the TV's still there. Sorry. The one where we heard about Kiryu being wanted for murder, or at least the man Kiryu was talking to being murdered. And I say talking to, beating up. It'd probably be the more accurate term. Uh-huh. In the old empty lot. Down dark alleys of that the Camarocho. Any a moon ago. Any a moon ago. No. Behold, my bananas. Alas, the bananas are gone, so you're just going to have to get beaten up with bits of metal. There we go. Another willing volunteer. Greetings, gentlemen. May I point out that you should probably wear a better hat with that suit. You look ridiculous. I should probably stop trying to do that move. But it's so fun! There we go. Items. Now out of weapons. That's unfortunate. How do I get around this? Like, try doing this? Yep, okay, we've managed to avoid him. No. No. Yep, bye. No! Ah! Right. I do not want to fight you. Ah. Nope. Broken scooter. Oh no. Big scooter. Broken big scooter. Even broken big scooter. The brokest of big scooters. Hello. Right. That, and that. Echo. Items. Burst. Whip. 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 Abilities. Yeah. That shirt looks awful. Let me see if I can help you with it. A big scooter more broke than me, indeed. A man who has time traveled from 1930s giving fashion advice. Yes, the most fashionable of all eras. Unless you like fancy wigs, in which case, try the 17th century. I have so much salt. I could open a fish and chip shop with the amount of salt I've got. Except I have no fish. Or squid. No squid. I'll tell you what we do have. This segue to our sponsor. No, we don't. We don't have a sponsor. We do have a whiskey bar, though. Doo doo doo. Hello. Let's have this bow more. I've had too much, apparently. Oh dear, what a pity. Let us go and burn some off by hitting goons across the head with bits of metal attached by a chain to other bits of metal. Next up will be the stream cardigan. I don't wear cardigans. I have a hoodie, which is a zip-up hoodie, and I have this, my streaming jacket. Technically, if we stick to your assumptions, Hoodlum, I should be turning up on the stream in a smoking jacket with a pipe. The cry of a goon who stands there, sad and alone, waiting for a noble challenger to put him out of his misery, and so he may sleep for once. Let us assist this poor goon. His goonish friends. Yes. Yes, call more people to the slaughter. Call more people to give me XP. Not the slaughter, by the way. Once my hair starts going grey, I shall be breaking up the cardigans. Well, you do you. I will still keep my waistcoat and my jacket. Right, so we've got... Oh, yes. Right, where do we lie with... Oh, right, Tat. I can never see the Total Amusement Tower and not think of Ashens. I'm sorry, but the word tat has forever been seared into my mind and to involve that man and reviewing stuff from Poundland on a brown couch. What word? Tat. T-A-T. Tat. As in cheap tat. From the back end of Poundland. I know what tat is. I was watching. I watch Ashens. I haven't watched Ashens in ages, but it's mainly because YouTube just does not recommend them to me anymore, which is annoying because I enjoy the stuff. I need to go and find them. At the moment, YouTube keeps offering me up stuff from TLDR News, occasionally Laurie's Mechanical Marvels, a lot of stuff from Network Chuck at the moment, and the occasional LTT video. Oh, and a couple of Jay's 2 cents videos now. To be honest, I'd need to start going through my subscriptions tab instead, but I like the variety of the homepage. Oh, well, I liked the variety of the homepage, but YouTube is... yeah, it's YouTube. Small niche channels do not survive on that platform. I use it more as an archive now anyway, hence the YouTube archive. Sometimes people wander through and subscribe, but I think most of the time they've just subscribed to a couple of the shorts. Mainly the Tears of the Kingdom, How to Farm Opal. Ah, finally! Right. You know what? Balls to this. That was so much quicker. Let us go to Smile Burger and have some junk food. Hello. I wish to dine in, please. I shall have the limited Millennium Tower Burger and the Smile Burger set. So I would have the Smile Cheeseburger set. And a shake. Meat. More meat! And a milkshake. Made with the finest shaken soy. Larry. No, 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 no. I do not need to fight you. No. No, go away. I will fight you as soon as I've equipped my knuckles. There they are. Yeah, we'll save the game as well. Go, that's saved, and also quickly need to just sort something out. Okay. $230 for a cut-up sock. Apple's new iPhone Pocket. Yeah. Why do you need an iPhone Pocket? It's like the bloody Mac stand all over again. Or the Mac coasters. Not like drink coaster, I mean like little coaster wheels you put on the underside of a Mac Pro, which cost something along the lines of like $5 billion. To carry your iPhone? Duh. That's stupid. Stupid, stupid thing. Oh, there we go. Do we think that's Sineada's heat action? Last heat action done? Oh, right, my knuckles have disintegrated. What a blow. Oh, well, in that case, I'll just equip the thorns. What? And then what we can do is I can get rid of these two now, and oh, I've only got 3 thorns. Yeah, I'll throw them into the inventory just in case. I think he's drawn that beard on with a Sharpie. Go. The joy of the knuckles compared to the nunchucks, the nunchucks sort of kind of, well, these just sort of lock into place. It unlocks them. Brilliant. Very useful. Apart from that. There we go. Is that enough to get the demon gauntlets to work? No. No, we need to do at least one more. We also seem to be burning through alcohol at a brisk pace. See, why is it with Apple and just mentioning tat? What is it with Apple charging exorbitant funds of money for cheap tat? I mean, okay, admittedly, it's Apple, so there's the Apple tax, but still. Are these designers in California just that up? Oh, no, that answers that question, doesn't it? Of course they're that up themselves that they think, oh yes, no, we can charge for the absolute fortune for this scarf. It's a premium product. Who doesn't want to carry their iPhone in a sling where it can be easily stolen by some fog on a moped? No, I don't understand what this concept is. Crime has no issue in California. We are a perfect race. That's how all people in California speak, I'm positive. Apart from the ones who don't. Hello. Fuck for your iPhone. There we go. We can now use the demon gauntlets again. I missed completely. Boy. I do prefer the sound effect of the Fawn gauntlets, of the Fawn knuckles, but at another salt, really. But yeah, no, the pom-pom looking things are just entertaining. Just because I have to see them and I just start thinking of the intro to Lucky Star. Go? Right. Oh, who keeps shouting at me? You? No. Oh, it's you! Hello. Did I beat up one dude and then... Oh, man. Who's the same dude here? That's level 7. Yeah, Libo. I wonder if that counts towards the knuckles. Actually, while I'm at it, I should probably double check the Excel spreadsheet just to make sure I know what I'm actually doing. Well, not that I ever know what I'm actually doing, but oh no, 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 that's chat. I'm back, chat. There we go. Essence of finishing knuckles. Equip a knuckle weapon and press heavy attack near a fallen enemy. Oh. We have that then? Maybe that looks like it's the right amount. Free punch combo using brass knuckles can be used when Sage has brass knuckles equipped. Do we think that's it? 5, 6? Must be because the other two are Blade, Musashi, and Umbrella Spin. I will say that's done. And we're at level 7, right? Yes, at the start of level 7. Cool. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, no. Okay, maybe more than a second. Right. Don't need to heal. Don't need to drink. And they're built like a bollard, apparently. Aha. And there is a goon looking at the P sign upon the wall. My friend, that means parking. Do not get any funny ideas. What was that? You've had funny ideas? Well, I'm afraid that as a law-abiding citizen, I must now stop. No, you don't? Oh. Items. I like your boots. I can appreciate a nice pair of boots. Huh? They remind me of Ezio's from Assassin's Creed 2. Assuming they were boots. I think they were boots. Well, Connor Kenway's were boots, and they weren't. They were a pair of shoes, and he had, like, leather things strapped to his legs for some reason. I'm sure there's a cultural reason for it. I think Ezio's were definitely boots, though. Reminds me, I still haven't decided where I'm going to put Assassin's Creed 2 in terms of the game list. Kamiyama, why not? I think it'll take us a couple of cycles of Demon Gauntlets. Oh, look, another goon. Perfect. Now, I must admit, Brotherhood is one I'm not looking forward to 100%ing on the principle of just the sheer amount of random guff that is actually in that game. Everything from letters to feathers to flags to all sorts. That's going to be a big challenge. I tried it back in the day and I didn't actually succeed. That was like the spawn of the over-the-top collectathon in the Assassin's Creed franchise. That isn't Phantom... Wait, what? Default... The default art hand where you can't draw hands. Yes. Oh, and to answer your question, Ezio Trilogy above all else. That isn't Phantom Liberty. Right. So, well, I'm not doing the Ezio Trilogy in one go. I will do it like I did the Arkham Trilogy, and I will just mix and match it over time. But, yeah, okay, fair enough. I shall try and work out which artists to talk to. I mean, Spyro 2 and Phantom Liberty are locked in now. Because I've got the thumbnails. So I just need to sort out a few bits and pieces in terms of other back-end documentation. And they're definitely going to be on the list. They're definitely next in the list, to be honest. And I was thinking maybe Portal, but I might put Portal somewhere else in the list. I mean, I played Portal before, so yeah, it's just one of those I wanted to try it, have on the channel. Because it's quite a I like Portal, and I get to then play some puzzle games, and then that's it, and we can move on to something. I mean, Portal 1 and Portal 2 are not long games. Portal 1 I'll probably finish in an afternoon stream, let's face it, and Portal 2 a couple of evening streams. So yeah. Portal should be a stream at most. It probably will be a stream at most, let's face it. Portal will probably be an evening stream. Actually, I think it probably will have to be an evening stream. I couldn't stretch out Portal for a 4-hour stream. I don't think I can. I've played it too many times that even though I can't remember half the puzzles, I'd probably be able to suss them out fairly quickly. He says, now watch him eventually pay Portal and actually get that to bite him in the backside. You know what? Rather than going to Bantam, let's go to Proton. I need to heal a bit. Might as well just go somewhere else. For a change. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to go to my usual takoyaki place. Yeah, but no, if we play our cards right, we might actually level the knuckles before we get to where we're heading. And by that I mean completely fail there. Okay, sure. Ow! No, 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 no. Oh, double whammy. Right, you have your phone call. I'm going to equip myself with some more gauntlets. Have fun, Marvelous. Bye. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, I'm going to do a completion on, because I got so close back in the day, and I want that as a redemption arc of sorts for myself. I was only like a couple of feathers off. Yeah. I love Assassin's Creed 2. I just do. No, I love it as much as... I'd probably love it more than Brotherhood, actually. Assassin's Creed 2, was just one of those games that ingrained itself in my soul. Obvious. So, yeah. Hello. I did a measurement there. At least it's not Syndicate. Ugh. I've 100%ed Syndicate. I can't say I got completion on it because achievements didn't exist in Steam at the time. But I 100%ed it, and it's all gone. Nice. Thanks to the stupid Ubi Cloud somehow enabling itself again, it all got wiped out, and just all I've got is just the intro save file. So much random guff I had to collect around London. Pressed flowers. And all it does is unlock database entries, which is fine, but if I wanted an Assassin's Creed encyclopedia, oh wait, I already own 2 volumes of it from Ubi Workshop, so why do I need all of this in my game? It doesn't give me any great and glorious unlocks. Just running around after nonsense. It's not the worst game, but it did irk me. And I think having 2 protagonists did sort of bog it down in places. And, to be honest, I spent most of my time playing as Evie because she was the one who played as a proper assassin. Jacob was just basically discount Yakuza. Run around and get into fist fights everywhere. I did try to play Jacob as an assassin, but it just felt clunky. Maybe if we play Syndicate on the channel, but outside of the Ezio trilogy, we've got 3, which the story never really gripped me particularly hard. Then we've got 4, where I cannot remember much of anything of the story. I remember the sailing mechanics, but I think that's what the majority of people remember with Assassin's Creed 4. I remember thinking, where's the assassins? Because I spent most of the time being not an assassin. No, hold on. I do remember the sexy red-headed pirate as well, who becomes our first mate at some point. I really liked her, and she was Irish, which is just yes, that weakness is redhead Irish pirate lady, who was based on an actual character, an actual person, and I can't remember Bonnie Ann or so I can't remember. But yes. And then the other first mate, the black chap, who ended up being actually an assassin. He was more of an assassin than Edward was. Could have had the game based around him, to be honest, but it probably wouldn't have made much sense with the whole Kenway storyline, so... You ever listen to Miracle of Sound? Yes, I do. Well, I haven't for a while, but I do. I've listened to him in the past. London Calling is quite a good one. That's Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Silver and Steel from The Witcher 3, that was a good one as well. And I just love Sovngarde's song from Skyrim. I think The Call as well, but I think that's Elder Scrolls Online more than Skyrim. Oh, that was a waste. Yes, cool. Right, who's doing a thing? Proton. Change of pace. Howdy. I would have this. And I will have the fish and chips. The mixed pizza. And I shall have the fish and chips and the pizza. So it looks like you've put courgettes upon it. This displeases me greatly. I leave you. Farewell. Breaking down the borders. That's another one from Miracle of Sounds I like. Miracle of Sound, even. Boosh. And that was level 10, I believe. Just calculated that one. There we go. One-handed light, max. Two-handed light, max. Two-handed heavy, max. Knives, maxed. Katanas, maxed. Poles, maxed. Hammers, maxed. Cali sticks, maxed. Nunchucks, maxed. Tonfa, maxed. Knuckles, maxed. And guns, maxed. And double check for my own securities. And all training and revelations done. Yes. Awesome. Right. Let us go. Actually, no, I can just do it from the save point in the hideout, can't I? Right. Let us go try and avoid this dude so I don't get into a fight. Avoid these dudes so I don't get into a fight. And I still get into a fight. Right, now we need to switch back to Shinada, give him an umbrella, find some goons to fight, use the heat action to clear that one off the list, and then we don't have to worry, and then we switch to Kiryu and we crack on with everything else. Okay, you then. There we go. Alright, be careful I don't accidentally run into another goon by accident. Go. Move items. So we can dump these out of the inventory. As well as the lucky binding. And select character. Data. Then into the item box. From which we will find the gentleman's umbrella. Then quickly nip back into the spreadsheet. So, essence of umbrella spin. Have an umbrella equipped, then press triangle near an enemy. Episu pawn tends to carry a black umbrella you can use for this. I don't need to worry about that. I just need to worry about finding a goon. Look, there's a goon. No, he isn't. Oh, there's one. Perfect. Right. What? Okay. That's one I haven't seen for a while, or ever. Ah, that's awesome! Who knew an umbrella could be so deadly? Head up. Way down. Perfect. Go. Right. That's gone up to 70, so we can conclude that that was indeed the heat action we needed. So I don't need the umbrella spin anymore. So the only ones we need to do are finishing knuckle. Oh, finishing moves. Okay. Double check the finishing moves then. Heat actions. Essence of finishing knuckle. Yeah, done. Cool. So the only ones left are Kiryu's when your health is flashing red, equip Kali sticks, then press the triangle near an enemy. So technically that's either the finishing Blade Musashi or the finishing Heaven's coverage, but whichever name we go for, that's how it does it. Apparently a sacred temple in Jiangsu, China went up in flames after a visitor did something stupid while visiting it. There's also a shrine in the Japanese countryside that's had a 200-year-old bronze goddess statue stolen. Or a bronze, some sort of bronze statue stolen. Where thieves have basically turned up and just ripped the gates open. And nicked it. Scrupulous goits. Were tourists involved with this temple going up in China? Wouldn't surprise me at this point. Maybe filming something for TikTok or Instagram. Also wouldn't surprise me at this point. Right. And against chat's earlier predictions, we've now got the Kiryu's leveling system, so yay! One more character and then we're done. With the weapon leveling. Still got plenty left. Well, no, actually, we've not got that much to do after this. This is the last big hurdle. Unless the Ammon fights are a particular painful experience. Oh, right. Let's clear out some of the inventory. Oh, I'm going to have to clear out lots of the inventory. Now, and before I start equipping the inventory, perhaps I should learn which weapons we need to actually upgrade. So, where did we get to with Kiryu? Ah! Not as far as I was hoping. Right. So, one-handed and two-handed are max. We need to level two-handed heavy weapons, but that's not too far off max. Poles we need to max. Hammers we need to max. Hammers we need to take from 0 to 10. That's going to take forever. Alley sticks, we're nearly at level 3, so we can use something with that. Nunchucks, Tamper, and Knuckles are all, of course, level 1, and guns are nearly at max. Right. Well, is this game a CII operation? No, it's my. This is my exam for joining the SAS. Right. Okay then. Early findings indicate that the fire was likely caused by a visitor's improper use of candles and incense at the historic site. It doesn't say anything about whether they were foreign or not. Well, it's a visitor, so okay. Well, I mean, tourist could still be the same. Could be a foreigner. Could be just an idiot. But could also just be an accident. These things do actually happen. Shocking, I know, but yes, not all things are tied into Instagram and TikTok. Sometimes people are just idiots, and accidents happen, and these things. Okay. I suppose I'll equip us with poles and work on the two-handed heavy weapons and then work on the poles. Right. First things first, lucky binding. Just so we can get more plates. Enemies are more likely to attack you when you wear it. Try wearing it together with the thingy amulet to see what happens. Okay. No, but I will just throw the Yakuza training gear in there to balance out my inventory. 2 platinum plates. We've not actually made that many platinum plates recently. But in fairness, we did sell a bunch of them earlier. Well, like, yeah, we've got 40 plus toughness emperor, so I'll just throw them in there. Equip. Of course. We've got the infinite pole, haven't we? So I can just use that. And then after that, hammer. Tell you what, save my inventory space. Yeah. Hammer is before or after spear? Ah, before. Sledgehammer, 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 big fan. Oh. Right. Yeah, we've got time, so save the game. We also started a bit earlier, so we can run a bit longer. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Excel is not going to tell me how long we've been live. Oh, well, nearly been live for 2 hours. Okay, fair enough. Right, we are now entering the final stretch. Back is my favourite character. Items. Extremely sturdy pole. Might as well equip the hammers as well. Port. Our first port of call is smacking people around with bicycles. Thankfully, there is a gaggle of idiots right here. Oh, yeah. Fine, that'll do. There we go. Now I suddenly know why I have so many toughness emperors. Hey, right, I now need to find more enemies near bicycles. Or shop signs. Ah. Convenient enemy near bicycles. Yeah, good job, mate. Right. And plate. There we go. And that takes us to one more fight. Ah, you. There you go. If you could just stop that so I can pick up this bicycle, that'd be nice. Thank you. So close yet so far. There we go. Now, we just have to keep going with the pole. Yay! Oh, how my heart sings of joy. This. I love how the barman actually he says sir to everyone else, and for Kiryu it's Kiryu-san. But in fairness, this is the same dude we've known since Yakuza 1, so yeah. Also, give me a second. Sorry, give me a second, an extra second. Right, perfect. Not perfect. It means I have to go back to leveling this damn pole now, doesn't it? How badly underleveled are we with it? Not that badly, actually. I think this is the one where I stopped. I decided, no, sod it, I'm wasting too much money on this, why bother? And then somebody in chat, probably Hoodlum, said, by the way, there's an infinite pole later on in the game. And I went, oh, well, we'll do it then, won't we? So, yeah. This is such a useless weapon. All the poles I've encountered have just been such useless weapons. They don't do any damage. And they're slow. I don't mind. It's like the hammers. I don't mind the hammers being slow because they deal so much damage. The pole is just slow and it's weak. Maybe it's just the extremely sturdy pole that's just weak because you trade in the damage for the infinite life on it, but still. Or infinite durability, I suppose it'd be. Go. Be back soon, assuming you're still streaming. Fair enough. Fair enough, Hoodlum. Mighty lurker. Is what I shall say. Problem solved. Well, not problem solved, but we got to level 8. Level 8 is level 9. And then after level 9 is level 10, and then we don't have to use the poles ever again in this game. Apart from maybe for Shinada in his final fight. We'll do that. Do 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 do. I don't. Oh, right. These two idiots have been trapped here the entire time, apparently. Might as well get some cheap shots off on him. You know, every hit, bit of XP. Not enough, though. Aha. I go and heal a bit as well. Sit here and drink wine and keep spamming this button. Actually, that reminds me, maybe I should play Metroid Dread on this channel as well. Let's face it, Samus Aran keeps being mentioned as waifu of the moment. It seems wrong that I haven't played at least a Metroid game. And I do love Metroid Dread. Or would it be better if I waited until... No, there was a Prime Remake on Switch, wasn't there? I could just play Prime Remake. Ah, but then there wouldn't be a Prime 2. Or 3. And then they'll bring out 4, and then I'll be completely lost on what the heck actually happened with the franchise, because I've never actually played the Prime games. I tried to play Prime 1 on the Wii, but because all the controls were right-handed, I had a devil of a time trying to actually get it to control properly. I played Other M as well, which was fine in the 2D sections, but then I got to the 3D sections, and it was a case of, this feels very janky, and then there was a boss that I got stuck on, and I said I'll get back to it later, and I never did. Wouldn't mind going back to that one day. I'd have to set up my Wii again though, which would be a bit of a pain with my current streaming setup. I'll have to do that offline, I suppose. Okay, let's fight this dude, or at least him and his goon friends, and then we will go into the Takoyaki place and get ourselves healed. We're not particularly stressed about my health. I'm taking a few hits, but nothing major. Because most of them spend their time on the floor. Level 9. Neat. What time is it? I might aim to try and get to level 10 on this by the end of the evening. And then that sets us up for the Hammers next stream. Which will be an entire stream, because hammers just take forever. Hammers and nunchucks. There we go. Off me wine. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Oh, right, I can only equip in that slot then. Okay, fine. Well, we'll equip in that slot then. I don't think I need to worry about having the ancient mail. I was wondering why I was picking up turners, but then I picked up platinum plates and stuff, and I went, oh, right, I've equipped it, and I obviously hadn't. Hmm? I'll have one of them. And I'm trying to do this with one hand as well. One of them. There we go. Thank you very much. Don't give me a second. Right. Oh, that's not that. No. Yes, that works. There we go. Right. Let us continue the joyous expansion of hitting people. Not expansion. Exploration of what happens if you smack people with a big stick hard enough several times over. So, by the way, don't forget, you matter. Always. Go. Nope. There we go. Push. Right. I don't suppose I'm like halfway there or anything. That would be nice. I'm not. I'm barely a quarter. Oh well. Let's continue our mighty tour of Kamurocho on a quest to find people to fight, it seems. So as I get closer to this end of the map, I am sorely tempted to jump into a game of Mahjong just to break up the monotony, but at the same time not, because I want to try and keep the pressure up of just grinding out all of these weapon levels. If I start sitting there and playing Mahjong, I might end up there for a while and it just wastes time, and that means we have longer to do with the levels. I will play Mahjong after the levels, though. I think I've at least earned that right after going through all this palaver. This actually seems to take a good chunk out of them. More than I actually do when I'm just hitting them normally. Or maybe not. No, it might be about the same. Oh, I should have let him finish that phone call. Oh well. Ooh, you look like a goon. Guess what? We must now stand here and fight. Was it Kiwami 2? No, it must have been Yakuza 4, but I also remember in Kiwami 2. No. I remember in a previous Yakuza game that I must have been Yakuza 4, where you were fighting outside of a shop or something, and then the shopkeeper, if you'd befriended them as an ally, would come out and give you a special heat action. And the fact we're stood outside Stardust kind of makes me wish we still got that system. Unless that was something in it. No, it wasn't. No, I remember Akiyama having it, so it must have been in Yakuza 4. But a part of me can't help but wonder if it was also in Kiwami 2. Shouting at me now. Oh, him. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round. There we go. Aha! Only two of them. Okay then.
Can you just teleport in? I don't. Who kind of stuff it for me? Yes. I've dropped a bunch of frames all of a sudden for some reason. I don't quite know why. I think there must be something. Everything seems stable. Welcome back, by the way, Hoodlum. Everything seems stable. Oh, cool. An extra fight. Everything seems stable on my end, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on it for the moment. Could be Twitch just having a Twitch, though considering I've just dropped a bunch of network traffic, I suspect it's probably something on my end. I may have forgotten to turn my VPN off. So if something's happened on the VPN servers, that's also entirely possible. It's going to cause a big issue. As long as it's just like a little bit of a stutter, which hopefully wouldn't exist in the VOD. Actually, no, it won't exist in the VOD, will it? Because it's all encoding on it's all recording on my end direct, so it doesn't have to go through the internet, which is nice. So if you're watching in the YouTube archives, you're getting a pristine experience, upscaled actually to 4K. If you're watching live on Twitch, I'm afraid you are still watching in 1080p, because yeah, I could push the outscaling higher, but I'm not going to, because people won't be able to then change the quality of their Twitch player to make it actually work on their internet connection, because I'm not a partner, because I'm too small, and therefore I don't bring in the big monies. Amazon likes the big monies, hence why they take about 70% of all the revenue I make on Twitch. Which is not a lot at the best of times, because I keep all the adverts turned off. Well, not all the adverts. I keep the mid-roll. I keep the, like, injected mid-rolls turned off. Oh, was that level 10? Awesome. Right, let's switch to hammers. I keep the adverts to a minimum, so, yeah. I really probably should get in the habit of manually running the adverts on intro. Intro and outro, just for the sake of the Twitch, I have ran some advertisements for you. Oh, that's a good mark. Oh, I thought I was watching Pokemon for the longest time. What? I'm not sat in a hot tub, am I? Like, what do you mean, Pokemon? When you said you weren't bringing the big books, oh, that, of course. Well, look, I look at, I blame Jesse Cox for this philosophy of mine, but I look at streaming like you're busking on the street. If I do a good job, somebody may throw a bit of cash my way. Otherwise, just enjoy the free entertainment, I suppose. And let's face it, I never started streaming for the sake of making money. I started streaming primarily, well, for two reasons, actually. So, duality? That's probably just a made-up word. But anyway, yeah, I started it, one, to
carve out a bit of time where I would sit here and play the video games I want to play, because otherwise the time I'm sat here I would be off doing other things, probably working, to be honest. So this actually locks me in for a few hours of getting video games off my books. And second, as I've told the story before, playing Yakuza 0, I was playing it and I thought, this stuff's hilarious. I wish I could share it with other people. And then I remembered some stuff that Carnage used to say when I was watching his streams, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to start streaming. At least that way, anyone who wanders through, they can share this experience with me. And yeah, that's how that ended up. So yeah, those are the reasons why I started streaming. I never went into it expecting to be internet famous and making my name and vast quantities of money, because, let's face it, and let's get real, it's not going to happen. You have to be exceedingly lucky for that to happen, and no. No, I hobbyist at most. But in fairness, streaming has paid dividends for me, because what I've learned from sitting here on a camera, streaming to the peoples of the internet as you all join me on these journeys, I've been able to apply to what I do at work. When I have to, like today, on an open day where I've had to talk to an audience of people. Same thing here. Difference is I'm not playing video games, I'm having to talk about computers. My problem is that I get very technical and I probably confuse half the people in the audience, but you know, it is what it is. Tell you what, we're running low on weapons, so no. I'll avoid fights where possible, and we will go to Kamiyama Works and get ourselves patched up. Then we'll work our way back down to the phone box so we can sort ourselves out with some higher tier hammers, and then continue the joyous journey of leveling the hammers, which won't finish this evening because hammers take forever and it's already getting quite late on my end. Repair and reload equipment, please. Oh yeah, I've got to repair all the stuff from the previous run as well. When I damaged the assassin's spear, I didn't use the bloody thing. Oh, right, that was in my inventory. Oh, I'm still at 23 million, that's nice. Sorry, give me a second. No. No, works. No, that doesn't work. Mr. Charles Montgomery Burns. Wait, what?
Da, 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 da. When you said you would bring, all right. I only started content creation to get over anxiety and for charity reasons. Most content creators just want 1 million subs per month. Yeah, so you're of the similar ilk to me, Spawn. You started with just it's a hobby. That's it. It's just that's it. We're going to do something. We're going to put a bit of good into the world, but we're not going to become the next. I don't know, PewDiePie. He was a millionaire. What's this? I'll keep it short and sweet. Family, religion, and friendship. These are the three demons you must slay in order to succeed in business. When opportunity knocks, you don't want to be driving to a maternity hospital or sitting in a phony baloney church or synagogue. Mr. Montgomery Burns. Oh, Mr. Charles Montgomery Burns. Yes. Yeah, no. Right. I point out, if that's the case of phony baloney synagogue or church, well, I'll go with synagogue. Why are there so many successful Jewish businessmen? It is the man, not his beliefs. Right, no, hold on. Suppose some of the beliefs do come make a part of the man. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with that line of thought. I think I'm just going to drop it. I'm looking too deeply into a Simpsons quote of all things. And it's a Mr. Burns quote and all. Man's evil. Well, they're supposed to be evil. Kind of evil? I don't know. He's a complicated character. Cartoonishly evil? Well, it's a good job we're still so close to the Kamiyama Works, isn't it? To make it big on the likes of YouTube, you cannot be big if you have any self-respect or conscience. The people that are big on the monetize their own children. Not everyone. I mean, you do get some good people. You've got, like I mentioned, you've got Jesse Cox, you had Total Biscuit, who was very staunch. He was very staunch in his beliefs. Who else? Matt Pat. I mean, can I say that? No, I can see Matt Pat being quite. No, I can't lump Matt Pat into... Matt Pat's pretty much a millionaire at this point, but I can't lump him into the whole no conscious thing. Seems like a genuine guy. Who else? I mean, I get what you mean. Oh, PewDiePie. PewDiePie is apparently like a real bastion of goodwill. Markiplier, apparently, he's got a good reputation. Then you've got the other side, like the Paul brothers, who are utter words I cannot say on the stream. And yeah, you've got your light and you've got your dark. The thing is, to be a good person and make it on YouTube, you have to get very lucky. You just do. You have to get very lucky. If you're a bad person, you can really engineer it on YouTube. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is another one that comes to mind. I mean, there's a lot of philanthropy there, but at the same time, there's also a lot of Well, CoffeeZilla did some good exposés on him, and it's a case of, yeah, he's not the Mr. Squeaky Clean that he puts himself out to be. Or at least the general impression that his team put him out to be. That makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Network Chuck, as I mentioned earlier in the stream. I don't think he's probably a millionaire, but I suspect with the amount of IT equipment he's able to get, he's probably fairly well off. And he's got a large family, so he's probably able to cover all of them as well. So, yeah, he's a decent chap. I mean, heck, he even has a section at the end of his videos where he prays for you. I mean, it's just... I mean, not for everyone, I admit. And he even says that it's a case of the IT part of this episode's over, and this is for people who want to stick around. And you know what? Yeah, I appreciate that, and it's nice. I like that. I can appreciate that. So yeah, I can't abide with everyone just being classified on YouTube. All the successful people on YouTube being classified as scumbags. I just can't. I think that's just a disingenuous position to put oneself in. Funny you mention Mr. Beast because he once subscribed to my YouTube channel with his gaming channel. I think he unsubbed a while later. He probably did, to be honest. I assume it was for some sort of stunt. Just, I'm going to sub to all these channels. Either that or it was a bot. So, yeah. No, it's just... Was Mr. Beast the ones with the Lunchables, or was that a Logan Paul boy? I mean, oh, and mentioning the Paul brothers, there was that blasted boxing match as well. That was just awful. Doesn't show him on my list of sub-channels, wasn't a bot even in that case. Who knows? Probably just a ploy. Alright, I've moved away from Kamiyama work. Sod it, let's go back to the save point and just swap out these sledgehammers. They're just breaking too quickly. I mean, the fans will break just as quickly as well, but... Actually, where are we with the leveling of our hammer ability? We're at, well, you know what? Isn't that ironic? We're pretty much finishing the stream exactly where we started. Only difference is we're a different character with slightly less leveled stats. And I've now got the hiccups for some reason. If all else fails, if you really want to make it big online, become a far-right grifter. Or get an OnlyFans account. I could join Reform. I'm not joining Reform. Ooh, well, warning signs. No, they can only have 2. But I can get the toy hammers. Okay, so, yeah. How much of the frozen tuna? Okay, so we could do a couple of cycles with just fans and toy hams. Oh, yeah, there's the fortune mallet as well, isn't there? Ah. I haven't used the fortune mallet yet. Oh, but I can use the snowman mallet. Yes, actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip the snowman mallet. Because the snowman mallet does damage, it has a decent amount of health, and it only cost me 50 yen to get it repaired. If all else fails, if you really... Oh, I've already read it. Wait, what do you mean, welcome to the chat room? I never left the chat room. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Twitch be twitching. I think I'm also going to go and heal, but first I'm also going to equip my weapons. And have a brief fight, I suppose. Yeah, this is why the hammer takes so long to level. It's just, it hits so hard. If it's based, I assume the way this is based is every hit counts as X amount of XP. It doesn't increase, it doesn't decrease, depending on whether it's a heat action, etc, etc. But because the hammer does so much upfront damage, it just means I have to fight more enemies with them in order to actually get the level. Cool. Right, I'm gonna go and heal. I've never used the Eateries of Kamurocho as much as I have done with this blasted leveling system. This beef yakiniku meal is one of our popular standard entrees on the menu. Juicy beef, barbecue beef, comes with rice, miso soup, and vegetables. Those look very nice, I must admit. I used to have miso soup for breakfast. Well, as a part of my breakfast. Cheese on toast and a bowl of miso soup. It was nice. I enjoyed it. Blame Japan for that. Every morning when I was staying at the Koyo Inns, I had a couple of rice bowls, bit of fish, another bowl of rice, bowl of miso soup. Or when I was in Kyoto, curry, because curry for breakfast is a thing. And you know what? Didn't mind it. Odd to my tastes, but you know what? Food's food. Delicious. Didn't mind rice. Actually lost quite a bit of weight while I was in Japan. And with that, yes, I'm going to save the game. Save. Yes. Saving. Oh no, it was the previous stream, wasn't it? This stream started with save complete. And with that, we will continue this next time. And yes, it was a stream before this one. No, it was the stream before last. Last stream we started on level 5, level 5 hammers, and then we worked our way up. Thursday's stream even. And then this stream we've finished on level 5 hammers, so next stream we'll start on level 5 hammers, and then work our way up. Which means in 2 streams' time, we'll have finished Kiryu, and we can finally move on to the Amon fight. Which means in 4 streams' time, we may very well have finished this game. If it takes us... Oh, yeah, I will be here Tuesdays. I think I'll be here Tuesday. Check my calendar now. Oh, hello. Ooh, elf. Sorry, I've been distracted by Twitter. No, hold on a minute. Yes, I'm here on the Tuesday, Thursday. I'm not here Saturday afternoon. Ah, blast. We'll see how it goes. Next week, though, we may very well finish. If I was here on the Saturday, I'd say we might have hit Journey's End and finished the game by the end of next Saturday's stream, but my calendar's got in the way, so it might be Thursday next Saturday. That makes my life awkward, so I'm going to have to try and figure it out. But whatever, we will see how it goes. Maybe I'll just waste an entire stream playing Mahjong and chatting nonsense to chat. Who knows? Anyway, with that said, if you're new here, hi. I'm Ezio. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you ever want to catch me live, you can find me right back here on twitch.tv/GuardEzio at 7:30 UK time this very Tuesday as we continue our journey into the world of Yakuza 5 Remastered. And hey, if you've missed any of these streams, if you want to catch up with any of our journey through the world of this game so far, or any of the other Yakuza games we've covered here on the channel, or just any of the games we've covered here on the channel, you can find them all uploaded to the YouTube archive, linked in the panels down below, containing playlists of every game, every journey as I call them, that we've ever been on here on the channel. I think that's everything. Everything apart from a thank you to each and every one of you. Be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archives, thank you very much for joining me on this journey this evening. Thank you for joining me as we've travelled through the world of this fantastic game, and most of all, thank you for spending a little bit of your life here with me here on the channel. It means the world. It always will do. And it always does. Now, let us see if we can pay the good vibes forward. Or rather, do we have enough to pay the good vibes? Oh, yes, we do, actually. That's nice. Right, let us see who's live. I do know of a couple of friends who are currently live, but I do not know if they are still live. Ooh, hello. I have decisions to make. I am sorry, Turbo. I still do not wish to look at anything Tears of the Kingdom related. I'm going to throw a raid over to LMC, who are currently live for some inexplicable reason on a Saturday evening. Call of Dead by Daylight seems to be too strong for them, I think, so we'll throw a raid over to Kev. With that said, with that done, to each and every one of you, may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are, and as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits, and I'll see you all next time.